What if I told you that even Jimmy Butler, now a key player for the Golden State Warriors, came close to losing his cool over something he just couldn't brush off? A moment that might seem ordinary to most, but for him was completely jarring. Yes, this is about Stephen Curry, the man who transformed modern basketball, shifted how the game is played, and became an international icon. Yet, somehow, despite everything he's accomplished, Curry still doesn't receive the respect he clearly deserves on the hardwood. And it's not just me saying it. Jimmy Butler himself pointed it out. What's more, he had to carefully word his thoughts to avoid getting fined by the NBA. But what really went down in that game against the Houston Rockets? Why did Butler react the way he did? And why does this situation feel like a story that's been on repeat for over a decade? This time, though, it seems things have crossed a line. Stick around, because there's a detail here that might change how you view Curry entirely. There's also something else, something that the officials continue to ignore. And it's starting to frustrate even his own teammates. But first, if you're also tired of watching legends get disrespected during games, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's not just about supporting content, it's about standing up for the players who deserve recognition. We bring attention to what others prefer to stay silent about. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. Every week, we drop fresh, in-depth NBA content like no one else. Now, let's get to the real story. During the Warriors' 106-96 loss to the Rockets, Houston's strategy was crystal clear. They wanted Curry to feel pressure every second he was on the court. And this went beyond tight defense. It involved constant body checks, hits away from the ball, sneaky shoves, and borderline illegal holds. It looked more like a physical brawl than a professional basketball match. And how did the officials respond? They didn't. No whistles, no fouls. They simply let it happen. And what's crazier? This isn't unusual anymore. It's become a predictable part of the game when Curry is involved. Golden State fans have grown used to it. Season after season, they've watched their superstar get treated like just another player, as if being one of the most dominant shooters in NBA history isn't enough to earn basic protection. But Butler is still new to the Warriors, so witnessing that firsthand clearly shocked him. In the post-game press conference, when asked about Houston's defense, Butler paused. He gave a nervous laugh, shook his head, and said, "They did a good job, whatever you want to call it." The media laughed, but it was obvious he was holding back frustration. And he didn't stop there. I've never seen one guy take more contact than he does. It's honestly incredible. Almost hard to believe. What's wild is that Curry has adapted to this treatment. It's been happening for years, and he just deals with it. He doesn't complain. He adjusts, powers through, and keeps going. Then came Butler's most serious comment. "I'm pretty sure this has been going on for 16 straight years." He said it with a stern, almost angry tone. And now that I'm on his team, seeing it night after night, it bothers me. It really gets to me, watching him get hit constantly, and no one steps in. But that wasn't all. Butler described how many of the worst fouls happen off the ball because that's where no one's looking. He said those constant hits are the ones that get ignored the most. A reporter tried to dig deeper, asking why the referees let it continue. Butler gave a reply that mixed humor with obvious annoyance. "Not my job, man. Leave me out of that." The room chuckled again, but it was clear Butler was walking a fine line, saying as much as he could without crossing into fine-worthy territory. That interview exposed something deeper. Butler, known for his toughness, competitiveness, and honesty, found himself biting his tongue, clearly upset. And the reason is simple. He saw unfair treatment with his own eyes, and he couldn't act like it was normal. Now the big question is, Why is this still happening to Curry? What more does he need to do to be treated like a top-tier superstar? Is it because he doesn't throw tantrums? Is it because he stays quiet and doesn't cause drama? Because he plays the game the right way? And more importantly, now that even his teammates are speaking up, will the NBA continue to look the other way? Let me know what you think. Is Steph really the most disrespected player of this generation? Or are people overreacting? Drop a comment. Your voice matters too. Now, let's shift to another pressing story. What if I told you that one of the NBA's most promising teams might be on the verge of unraveling? Not due to declining performance, but because of an identity crisis that's been silently growing. The Sacramento Kings entered this season with a single promise: stability. After finally ending the longest playoff drought in league history, expectations were high. Fans expected them to build on that momentum. But now, with just 3 games remaining in the regular season and a 39-40 record, the mood has shifted. There's tension, uncertainty, and a feeling that something major, maybe irreversible, is about to unfold. And it's not just on the court. Trade rumors surrounding Domantas Sabonis are picking up steam. Meanwhile, across the bay, a title-contending team is watching closely. A franchise with a championship pedigree sees a window of opportunity where others see turmoil. And if that trade goes through, it could completely alter the balance in the Western Conference. If you want the full story on what's really happening in Sacramento and why this could explode at any moment, be sure to like and subscribe. We go beyond surface headlines and dive into the layers that others skip over. And with potential breaking news around the corner, turn on notifications so you don't miss out. Now back to the core issue. What started as a season of stability has turned into a battle of survival. The Kings have been hit with unexpected lineup changes, injury setbacks, and coaching decisions that disrupted their rhythm. The result? Inconsistency. Big wins followed by head-scratching losses. One night they look like contenders, then they collapse against key rivals. And through it all, Sabonis has remained the team's backbone. He's provided steady offense, rebounding, and playmaking. An all-star, a leader, both emotionally and technically. But now, a crucial question has emerged. Is Sabonis the piece the Kings should protect at all costs? Or is he the most valuable chip they can use to retool the franchise? This dilemma becomes even more urgent when you consider the Western Conference landscape. With talent increasing across the board, Sacramento can't afford to stand still. Their next move might shape the team for the next half-decade. And trading Sabonis wouldn't be just about X's and O's. It would signal a bold shift in the organization's direction. That's where another team comes into play. A contender familiar with winning titles has been monitoring the situation. They recognize when a star isn't being used to his full potential, and they know how to unlock that talent in a different system. They won't wait until the off-season. If they see an opening, they'll act fast. But why would Sacramento even consider moving their best player? The truth is painful, but clear. Sometimes, to move forward, you have to let go of what you've built. Sabonis is undeniably talented. But is he the right centerpiece for the next era? Could his presence, despite all it brings, be holding back the style of play needed to compete at the highest level? It's a debate that's dividing the organization. Some believe that trading him would be a step backward, a repeat of past mistakes. They fear giving up proven talent for a risky future that might never materialize. But others argue that without taking bold risks, Sacramento will stay stuck in the middle. Good, but never great. This disagreement isn't limited to fans. It exists within the franchise itself. And that's why the atmosphere feels so fragile. The Kings had a chance to secure the 6th seed, but they let it slip away. Now, they're stuck in a limbo, uncertain if they'll even make the postseason. Even if they do, what will their momentum look like? What confidence will they carry? That leads to a central issue. The Sacramento Kings still don't have a defined identity. They're stuck between phases, part rebuilding, part competing. A team unsure whether to aim for immediate success or to build a lasting foundation. And sometimes, indecision is the worst position to be in. Because in the NBA, the room for mistakes is razor thin. While the Kings hesitate, other teams are moving forward, already planning several steps ahead. Now, they have 3 games left, 3 chances to prove something, to show their fans and themselves that this team is worth trusting, that there's something here worth continuing. But if they can't do that, then this offseason could be very noisy. Tell me what you think. Would you keep Sabonis and build around him? Or would you make a big move to start a new chapter? And if you want to see how a single decision can reshape a franchise, check out our next video. We take a deep look into the Oklahoma City Thunder's quiet rebuild, a story that could either inspire or warn Sacramento.